Hey everyone, and tonight is PlayStation's big over 1 hour PlayStation showcase focusing on PS5, PSVR 2, so let's go over all the leaks, rumours and my own personal speculation before tonight's big event, going over what we might see.
Lockhart QT.
Firstly, let's get to the elephant in the room here, Spider-Man 2. We already know the show's going to have a massive focus on the next Spider-Man game from Sony and Marvel and Insomniac, and I fully expect a full 5 to 15 minute long demo to show off the game, sort of like how they did for the PS5 showcase with Miles Morales. Maybe showing off combat between Peter and Miles, maybe some new abilities, costumes, cutscenes, story elements, enemies from the classic comic books, such as Kraven the Hunter perhaps, and really we need a new small tease at Venom and maybe the new symbiote suit. That would be awesome as well. Next up is the Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater remake is next up, with the worst kept secret from Konami, and we've heard leaks and rumours, and I'd be shocked if either Snake Eater 3 or the new Silent Hill remake don't show up here at all. I think we'll have a short teaser trailer revealing some maybe light gameplay, but I think it'll be mostly CGI, revealing Snake with him saying something like, "Kept you waiting, huh?" Like the iconic line from the series. I'd love to see that personally. Now, speaking of Spider-Man though, we may get a small teaser trailer for Wolverine, but it's not likely in my opinion, since Sony and Marvel and, well, Insomniac will want a massive focus on Spider-Man 2 here, and although I think we may get a little tiny teaser trailer for Wolverine, I think they'll need to divert full attention to Spider-Man 2, as it's still, you know, they still need to drum up hype for it. I just can't see Wolverine showing up here personally. Next up is Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, which is the second part of the Remake series. It's also really likely, and I think we could see another gameplay / story trailer focusing on showing off locations from the iconic Final Fantasy series, such as Nibelheim, Calm, and maybe Cosmo Canyon, with maybe a new gameplay focus on Red 13, showing off some new things that the remake will be changing up, maybe showing off that Sephiroth will be a party member for the flashback scenes. Again, we'll need to wait and see, but we also could see how Rebirth will be changing up things, similar to how Final Fantasy VII Remake changed a lot of the core story. We also have the new Last of Us 2 multiplayer mode, which is most likely being a free-to-play or free-to-start Factions multiplayer. I remember Last of Us 1's multiplayer, and me and my friends really loved playing it. We'd stay up all night playing it. It was just really great, and it kind of reminded me of a more stealthier, horror-based Gears of War multiplayer experience, which I love the original Gears of War, so it's no surprise that I loved the Last of Us 1's multiplayer. And as long as it's not £70 or $70 and includes loads of paid microtransactions, I'll be happy. I don't mind if it has microtransactions if it's free to play, but if it gets, you know, pay to win or anything like that, then I'm out immediately. Next up is Mortal Kombat from NetherRealm. We already know they've already revealed Mortal Kombat, the new reboot of the series being called Mortal Kombat 1. And I don't know if they're going to carry on the series, you know, being Mortal Kombat 2 and 3, as that could really get confusing, but hey ho. Personally, I don't think we'll see Mortal Kombat 1 here, as it was just announced for the Summer Games Fest, as they'll have like a first reveal gameplay showcase there, so they could reveal a new character perhaps coming to the series here, but again it would have to be CGI only, and after they've just had the reveal last week, I really can't see them having another CGI trailer here. Now, I know this next one's a pipe dream, and I really don't think it's going to happen, but I'd love to see a brand new Sly Cooper game, or a remake. A Sly Cooper 5 would be brilliant in my opinion, and the last time we saw Sly Cooper was in Sly 4 Thieves in Time on PS3, and that game ended on a massive cliffhanger with Sly Cooper being trapped in ancient Egypt. So I'd love to see how him and his friends essentially escape, and I would just love to see another entry in the series, as I grew up with the PS1 and PS2, so for me a Sly Cooper game would just be amazing, and either that or if they just remade Sly 1, 2 and 3 and maybe packaged in 4, I'd be really happy with that as well. Now, I'd also like to see either a new Persona game or a Persona 3 remake. We've seen leaked footage of a Persona 3, the remake, as it's definitely 100% real. It was leaked during a Sega investors meeting, if I recall, and it just needs essentially a confirmation from Atlus and Sega. But I'd also be super hyped if we got Persona 6 here. I'd literally scream. I've heard rumours that we'll see this in the next Xbox showcase. I've heard loads of rumours and leaks around that. However, to be honest, I think it's very likely that Persona, either Persona 6 or whatever the next game's being called, or Persona 3 Remake, will show up at this showcase, as it's more likely as Persona has always been a PlayStation exclusive in terms of mainline releases, up until recently where, you know, they've added it to PC, Switch and Xbox, so it just makes sense overall really. Two more games from Sega that have had trailers leaked recently, and games leaked in general really, are the new Jet Set Radio as well as Crazy Taxi games. Both have been rumoured and leaked in investors meetings to Sega in the same one that the Persona 3 remake was leaked, and these are 100% real. These will essentially be free to start live service games, focusing on the core gameplay of Crazy Taxi, you know, picking up passengers and earning money, and obviously Jet Set Radio of being chased around by police and doing graffiti. Personally, I'd love to see new entries for both of these titles. Personally, if I'm being honest, I'd love for them to be single player titles. However, in a perfect world we just can't have that. But any revival we can get for both of these series would be great, as especially Jet Set Radio holds a really special place in my heart. Next up is Kingdom Hearts 4. We literally know nothing regarding Kingdom Hearts 4, but I'd love to see a new teaser trailer showing off Sora, Donald and Goofy, perhaps in Disney worlds such as Star Wars, Moana, Zootopia. I'd love to see some new gameplay and some new story elements thrown in, but personally I don't think it will show up. I think Square Enix would sort of do their own thing, but again we'll have to wait and see. And finally, I think we'll just get some more, you know, indie trailers, smaller releases such as Little Devil Inside, Pragmata. We may see some new, you know, Capcom stuff. We might see some Street Fighter 6 gameplay or trailers, I'm not really too sure. We may have some new demos and betas announced, and DLC for games like God of War Ragnarok, maybe some new Horizon stuff, Gran Turismo 7, or whatever the new game is. I don't really keep up with Gran Turismo nowadays, and maybe a brand new expansion for Hogwarts Legacy, those sorts of things really. Anyway everyone, thank you so much for watching today's video. Tell me in the comments below, what do you think you'll see in the new PlayStation Showcase? Personally, I'm really hoping for Jet Set Radio, Persona, Sly Cooper, and potentially Final Fantasy VII Rebirth as like my main ones. But again, we're just going to have to wait and see. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys for more gaming content in the future. Right, bye!